Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. Where we last left off, we had just defeated Gato, or whatever his name was, and then we restored Castle Finn back to the way it was before. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. It's so good to finally be back. This would never have been possible had we not worked together. But one thing still troubles me. Minwu left for Mysidia, but we've not heard from him since. It pains me to ask this of you so soon after winning back our castle. Would you go to Mysidia? Learn about Mysidia. Mysidia is a land of mages. Without the aid of their magic, defeating the Emperor will not be easy. I've heard of... bro, I keep messing up. I've heard that a spell, sometimes referred to as the ultimate magic, lies in the Mysidian Tower. Obtaining it requires 2 masks. Learn about the masks. The white mask rests beneath this very castle. You must recite an incantation to open the door that leads below. The words Ekmet Teloes have been passed down from antiquity. Learn! Forgive me, I'm afraid I don't know the door's location. Okay. We could never have retaken Castle Finn without your help. But there's one problem. Minwu still hasn't come back. Would you go to Mysidia to find out what happened to him? Yes, but only after I ask you about everything. With His Majesty gone, no one knows this castle better than Hilda. If she doesn't know, Paul just might. He's always calling himself the greatest crook in the world after all. True that, brother. Okay, we just gotta go find Paul then. He did say he lived in Finn, so... What better place to check than all the houses here? Okay. He's definitely not going to be in like a labeled area. He might be in the inn. Let's see. Nope. Well, technically this isn't the... I forgot what that place was called. Yeah, I think that's the inn, and then the other one is the tavern. Oh. Hello, Paul. Mega Man, you old devil. How have you been? Met Teloes. If you need to know about secret doors in Castle Finn, I'm your man. I don't suppose you could tell me what's inside this secret chamber. Just curious. A white mask? That doesn't sound particularly valuable. Nope, not interested. So I guess I'll tell you where the door is. Look in the far corner of the audience chamber to the right of the throne. So you're collectors too. Just what do you need a mask like that for anyways? None of your business, brother. Okay. In the audience chamber to the right of the throne. I'm assuming the audience chamber is like the little area next to the throne. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Nope. It's this one. Oh. You see nothing out of the ordinary. Ekmet Teloes. A small gap appears in the wall. It's a secret door. Okay. We're in. Wait, do I have anybody dead right now? I do. I'm glad I checked that. Okay. Alright, we are back. I had to heal up my party, and I got a little bit more items. So far, this game has scaled the damage like quite a bit more than than the first game, I mean. Like, yeah, her character doesn't do too much. She does pretty good when she uses the spell. But for example, I don't recall, but I think we were... Maybe it was because I had encounters off so frequently, but I don't recall ever even getting close to like 400 damage until like way later in the game, and she's like casually doing like 800 now. Like that spell is like carrying me through the game. One thing I'm not a big fan of so far in these past 2 iterations though is that I don't have to like really think about the fighting that much, right? Like there's some strategy into it, but I don't have to target any enemies specifically first that are annoying or anything like that. I can kind of just mindlessly like attack and eventually they'll all die. Which isn't that bad, but frankly it's not a very fun, like, I won't say it's not a fun gameplay loop, right? Any person who enjoys RPGs likes seeing a bigger number get bigger. But it's not like an enticing gameplay loop, I guess. Because like, yeah, I like doing a lot of damage. That is fun. I'm gonna use an item really quickly because she is quite low. But it's just not like, I don't know, unique. Which, to be fair, this game is pretty old. But I don't know. I hope that in the 3rd iteration of this game, they decide to switch it up and make like attacking like certain enemies first a bigger part of it. Or maybe even later in this game, because I feel like I couldn't even give a guess on how far I am through this game. If my last series is any indicator of it, I'm probably pretty close to the end. But I've heard that this game is a decent bit longer than the last one, so I kind of doubt it. I do like the enemy variety in this game though. I feel like besides like obviously in the same dungeon you're going to encounter the same enemies, I feel like each dungeon I'm actually encountering something different. And then not encountering a different enemy in each dungeon certainly isn't bad, right? Like if you do it right, it's fine. You don't even notice. But like in the last game, I felt like I encountered certain enemies a lot more than others. But in this one, it's not really that big of a deal because there's just so many different enemies. And they really did improve upon and soften the art style a little bit. Like the shadows are more visible and the lighting is more visible. Even if it's not like modern gaming lighting, it's still there. I'm certainly having fun with the game regardless, so to some extent, it doesn't really matter. The thing I will say about this game, though, is that from what I read off of it, and just from me playing, the difficulty is definitely noticeably harder. It's like a completely different experience, and maybe that's because they know that you're going to be doing more damage. And I've only experienced a couple where I felt like the difficulty was insanely overtuned. And I don't think it's the enemies that are overtuned per se. I think it's the encounters as a whole that sometimes go above and beyond like what they should. For example, like a couple encounters ago, I ran into like that damn, what was it? Oh my god. Oh, the 4 chimeras I fought before. That's insane. Having an encounter like that is nuts. Especially like the point that I was at in the game. Jeez Louise. It was insane. Another thing I want to comment on is I don't know what it is. I'll have to do some research after like I beat the game. That hitting for 0, I don't know if it's like weapon immunity. I don't know if it's the character specifically. I don't know if it's based on like a certain elemental or certain disadvantage. but hitting for 0 at any time is absolutely diabolical. It just makes the character feel useless. And I don't know, like, what about my team is hitting for 0 so often, because I've been pretty vigilant about leaving encounters on. There's only been a couple encounters that I've, like, kind of, I don't even want to say abused, like, used items to their full extent to beat, which, I mean, like, if I was using items more, I'd probably be killing it. I'll work on that, definitely, in Final Fantasy 3. In that game, I'm not turning encounters off at all. Stout's Honor. I'm not doing it. No matter how long it takes me to get through, just turning off encounters isn't worth it, and I feel like I'm missing out on part of the experience. Not only, like, combat-wise, but to a certain extent, narratively and thematically, I'm missing out on a pretty fat chunk. Because I feel like, especially in a game like this, the art is such a big part of it. It's not worth skipping over. Because you're genuinely just missing, like, a fat chunk of the experience if you do it. Yeah, especially since the enemy design, it's so, like, obvious how much effort they put into it. You really, really just can't justify skipping the encounters unless you're already extremely overleveled. My justification for it was basically, I didn't want to fight all these enemies because it took me forever to get to, like, any meaningful part of progression in the game. But what I wasn't realizing was that me turning the encounters off was inadvertently the reason why it took me to, like, so long to get through each and every encounter. Because, I mean, you'll feel it. Like, even small level ups can make such a huge difference. Like, I think from Fire 5 to Fire 6 was, like, almost a double increase in damage, and it was diabolical. And yeah, for me, I definitely understand that sometimes, well, not even sometimes, more often than not, it is very, very annoying to fight these guys over and over again. Especially, like, if you have no items or, like, your party's about to die, I see that too. Because that would be completely infuriating. Like, how she's about to run out of MP, I'm not going to do it. The moment she runs out of MP, I can't. Because I have 2 main damage dealers as of now, just because of how these encounters are going. For some reason, they're hitting so often for 0 that... Okay, luckily I have Ether. Let me see. Okay, so she can keep going for a bit. But there's just so many encounters that you'll run out of, like, all of your resources so extremely quickly. And if that's the case, yeah, I completely understand why you wouldn't want to. Ooh, new enemies. Ooh, okay. This is the one time where I think it actually might be beneficial to lock in and not geek out and just attack the same enemy for a second. Evasion increase, I assume? It must be a weapon type disadvantage. I don't see why else they would be doing 0 damage. Because, like, right, in real life, it makes sense. You swing on a shell with a sword. Like, on a beast of that size, you're not doing nothing. But a sword, or not a sword, an axe. A sword has piercing capabilities. So if you swing, you have a higher chance of doing something. Other than that, I don't really understand it. Doesn't really make too much sense to me. Like, they just seem, I don't know, underpowered. That side of the team seems underpowered. Or maybe it's because I'm viewing it wrong. I just don't know. Ooh, Fire 7. Please, please, please tell me. Please tell me it gets an AoE capability. The moment it gets AoE. Oh my goodness. I will be so happy. Yeah, like he's on Blizzard 5 and he's doing AoE. I get it's a different. It's AI. They're gonna be able to do literally whatever they want. Okay. No AoE, unfortunately. Am I missing like a keybind or something? Or maybe I'm just not high enough level yet? No, that's not what I meant. I was trying to test different buttons to see if I could like maybe make it an AoE variant. It did not work. I do like the animation a lot. Hopefully he's dead now. I don't think so though. I think mostly they're probably gonna attack for 0. Yeah, I'm very confused about the AoE status. Because I know they're enemies, they have different stats, they're gonna have different moves. But I feel like at Fires 5 or 7, I should have gotten some AoE capability. It does do a lot more damage though. Comparatively, at least. Like, obviously, these guys have more defense and more health, so. Maybe she's right-handed. Maybe giving her the sword attack first would help her out. And what it could be is it could be like a Dragon King sort of ordeal, to where you have to evolve certain, like, spells, but I don't know. Or maybe I never get AoE. Because honestly, with the tuning of this game, I don't think I would have like a huge issue with that. This wouldn't be, I don't know, wouldn't be preferable. Damn, she has so many spells. Okay, well, you know what we're gonna do actually? We're gonna hit one of these. Oh, I bought some armor for this guy too that I just never threw on him. I didn't think about it until just now. Yeah, I got him a giant's helm. And then, yeah, I don't know why his 2 mithril staffs look different. Yeah, also, it's not really making much of a difference, so I think I'm just gonna give him like a golden shield, probably. But what I'm gonna do for you is we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna give her just a bunch of white magic tomes. That way, she starts getting more MP. And she can now be a dedicated healer. And now we're back to the OG formation. We're going to turn encounters off now because I'm about to run out of resources and I prefer if I could just get this. Okay. Nope. Bad guess. What about this one? I really wish they came up with more innovative puzzles. I really wish they came up with more innovative, like, puzzles. Opening a door over and over again is not really invigorating. Let's go. White mask. Perfect. She said we needed 2 though, right? Leave! And then we need to talk to Hilda, I assume. Yeah, so I'm digging this game. This pretty divisive. Honestly, now, I'm not a Final Fantasy expert, right? Played 3 of the games. Technically in chronological order, like timeline order. Wait, maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know the timeline. I'm just assuming. I think you could probably skip Final Fantasy 1, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't, because I actually had a lot of fun with it, and I think if you like fully sat down and enjoyed the game, like and locked in, you would have a lot of fun with it. But I think if you're not interested in games that have like little to no story, you could probably skip it. Oh, I skipped the first dialogue on accident. Take the white mask with you to Mysidia. The mages there should know more about its purpose. Okay. The Empire has been silent as of late, but I have no doubt the Emperor is hatching his next plot even as we speak. You must find the Ultima Tome as soon as possible. We're counting on you. Okay, to Mysidia. I don't know where that is. I know that when we were like boating, there was a like Mysidian tower over here. Okay, there's a couple areas I see. There is... Oh, it could be that island right in the middle of the sea, or it could be in that like grassy or desert area down there, bottom left, or potentially it could even be bottom right over near the desert where the Emperor's palace was. So I think I'm just gonna go in order. Probably just gonna like curve around. I'm probably gonna head down to the like pastury area over there, and then I'm gonna go to the island, and then I'll head over to the Emperor's palace. And then if it's not in any of those spots, I'll have to take a step back and think about it. I'll just go first. Okay, we've made it down to the greenish pasture area right now. And so I'm gonna go check this place because it looks like there's probably like a cave or something right here. And this might be where I need to go. Cave of Mysidia. I think this might be it. Ooh. Ooh, chest. Gold hairband. Nothing in here? It's a Final Fantasy II classic right there. Put nothing in the room. Okay, let's see. Must be wrong again. Is there encounters in here? There is. Black Flan. Oh, I'm still low on resources. I probably should have hit an inn or something. Hey, these guys do a solid amount of damage. How much health do they have? That must be like an elemental thing. Oh, I'm also punching people with her when I should be focusing on healing. I forgot that I did that. Oops. Okay, and then invasion. Okay, now we're getting into like a new thinking level of the game. With 2 spellcasters, we're opening doors for like a lot of opportunities. Okay, that's off. Oh, goodness. I should have an antidote though. Okay. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, with spellcasters, we have a lot of chances. I'll explain it in a second. What is this? Out of our way. Out of our way. It's interesting. So perhaps I'm not supposed to be here yet. But anyways, having a second spellcaster opens a lot of doors because now our black mage can actually use spells other than fire. But I think it's based off usage. So I don't even know where to go next. But I don't think it's worth training anything else besides fire because it's just such a high level spell already. Goodness. I'm not sure. There could be something down here. Anything? Nothing. Okay. What about down here? Still absolutely nothing. I'm gonna be much more thorough in this game, like I have been so far, because I don't want to miss story stuff. Because I could have probably beat Final Fantasy 1 faster than I did if I had just locked in. Ooh. Mysidia. This is Mysidia, Kingdom of Mages. You've certainly come a long way to be here. Interesting. What say you? I believe it is as you say. The time to break the tower's seal is upon us. 3 artifacts protect the seal on the tower. We've many ancient texts in our town. Please browse them at your leisure. Okay. First, we're going to go to the inn. And then I'm going to check out some of the shops because they could have some crazy stuff now. Particularly magic. That's the first one I want to check out. Whoa, they got 5 people in here. Nope, you just have basic stuff. Sure, we'll give them to her. What about you? Oh, wow. Nope. She already has warp. Oh, that would be really useful. What about here? I could probably get away with doing this. Okay. Man, that sucks. Well, I don't want to say it sucks. But there was like no black magic in there. But it's okay. Because we got her a ton of spells now. Particularly life. Life is really good. So now we basically just have another, like, Minwu. Which is very interesting. But okay, she is a Mage's Staff. Let's, like, at least give her... Oh, she needs a golden hairpin. Just because it's easy. And then we can give her a staff. Right? This doesn't mess with magic interference. No, it doesn't. Okay, so why just... That must be mace. Let's see here. Sure, I'd rather give you something just in case you run out of MP. Okay, what else is in this town? Armor. What can I do for ya? Oh, get him a pair of knight's armor. 2 pairs of thieves' gloves. Another pair of giant's gloves. And another ice shield. Okay. Now we should be pretty stacked. What does this even do? We're resistant to fire. That's actually good. Alright. Get him the ice shield. And then some knight's armor. Ice gloves. They're matching now, which was the goal of that. And then Enhances agility and guards against... Ooh! Give her the black garb. And give her the golden cuirass. Never looked that up, actually. Still just guessing. Okay, now to the weapons. Let's take a look. Nope, nothing that I can afford. I'm broke now. So I use my last little amount on potions and such. So let's go. Where do I go? Some time ago, a wizard named Minwu passed through town on his way to the tower. You'd best hurry after him. A statue of a goddess is enshrined beneath the city. She watches over the crystal rods. Okay, is that where I need to go? Ooh. The statue beams with a beatific smile. Okay, it means nothing. Can I put the mask on it? I can. You place the white mask on the statue. Okay. Now what? Let me talk to more people. I'm very unsure of what's going on. A very small island lies in the middle of the sea. There you'll find the black mask, the white mask's counterpart. So you want to break the seal on the tower? Yes, I agree. This is the time. We will do nothing to stop you. You must first collect 2 masks, then travel to a certain cave somewhere on this continent. Within, you should find a crystal rod, an artifact you will need if you are to enter the tower. Interesting. Okay. Wait, where did he say the black mask was? Oh my goodness, I'm so dumb. My brain just blanked. A very small island lies in the middle of the sea. Oh my goodness. So much information to intake. So what do I have to do? I have to grab the black mask from this island. Oh my goodness, I have to go up and go to my ship. I have to grab the black mask from this island. Then I have to go to the cave that I just went into that I didn't know what it did. Then I have to get the crystal rod. I have to break the spell or the ward or whatever's on the tower. And then I have to go to the tower and find Minwu. Sounds easy. Okay. It actually shouldn't be that bad. I'm assuming this is the island he's talking about. There's literally no other island here. Tropical island. Where am I supposed to go? Ah, I see. Man, after that encounter, I will say I'm so glad that I have like a dedicated like white mage. It's just so much easier to get stuff done. Because you have, that's what I was saying earlier, you have so many more options. And it's also just easier. Because I can heal, I can bring somebody back to life, I can try and use other spells. I mean, granted, her heal isn't that good because, well, I mean, we haven't really been using it. And I doubt that this is, like, ever gonna hit because we haven't been using it. But at least we have the, like, the option there now. Okay, one thing I'm quite confused about is I have a magic spell here, Asuna, that cures status ailments, right? Or not here. Is that not... It's not a status ailment, which is Very weird. Whoa. She actually heals more HP than I thought she would. I don't know if it's random, but I kind of like that. But unfortunately, I only have 2 more antidotes, and so that goes out to them. Man, we were right at the stairs. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, we've never seen these enemies, ever. This is the first time they've ever been, like, in the game. Up to this point. Dual heads? Just cool, like, cool enemy design. And our mage does crazy damage. It's made me wonder, though. What's the max level in this game? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I have to go down. One thing I will say, though, is that after Final Fantasy 1, it is very weird getting used to all of my characters having so much health. Like, because in this game, this is something I didn't realize at the start. It's not just a weapon system. It's a complete overhaul. Everything levels up the more you do it. Like, if you take damage, your health goes up. And that's something that is crazy that I didn't even realize. So it explains why both my mages, technically, right now, have so much health. It's because the more damage you take, the more health you gain. And that's why she has so much MP. The more spells you use, the more MP you get. It's seen in everything. Which sort of makes me realize why this game wasn't a hit to people then. Because it kind of, I guess what, it goes against like the norm of the era, I guess. But I kind of like it. Partially again because it's different. And I'll say it again, I'll probably like the job system in 3 even more. One thing I will say that I do like and dislike about this game so far, though, is that this... Did I go the wrong way? Huh? No. I have to go around. Is that the scaling is both very noticeable and quick, right? And that's a good thing because it's fun, right? You're never grinding for too long. The issue with it, though, is that you'll often find yourself like drastically increasing in certain stats, right? Like very quickly and almost like non-meaningfully, right? Like I'm just killing a bunch of terrible enemies, right? Like dumb enemies like this that die very quickly. And I'm doing 1,000 damage to them, right? And then that'll translate to the boss, and I'll do like 500 damage with fire. And it'll make no sense. Because, yeah, the scaling sort of makes sense, right? Because I'm doing like half damage to these, or the boss, when I'm doing like double damage to these guys. But it also... It's dumb because it doesn't really make sense narratively or thematically. Not to be like a nerd about it, right? Because it's just leveling. I do have fun with it. But, like, Layla, for example, she has drastically increased in health over these, like, past X encounters. Just because she's been, like, the main target of all the damage. Which doesn't really make any sense at all to me, because that isn't how it should be. It's a minor like critique, and I'm not a game developer, so I wouldn't know, but just a thought, something to dwell on a little bit. Overall, though, like I said, I think it's unique and I do enjoy it. It's definitely a way cooler system. Okay, we definitely need to heal up after that, because that was interesting. We're about halfway through our MP, and I don't have any antidotes, so they're just gonna have to deal with the venom. Venom! I don't mean to, like, break the fourth wall here either, right? But one thing I wanted to comment on was that once I get to, or not once, the further I get through this game, the more I start to anticipate the Final Fantasy 3, because it's not about not liking this game or wanting to move on from this game, right? It's simply like a thought that's always like sitting in my head, because I love these games so far. I'm having a lot of fun with them, but it was the same thing that was with Final Fantasy 1. I know that the more I play and the further into the series that we get, the more I'm going to truly enjoy these games. And it's not like, I don't even know how to put it. It's because I know that they're gonna get better. That's definitely the best way to explain it. Like, this game, this is Final Fantasy 1, right? This is Final Fantasy 1. This is Final Fantasy 2. There's levels. Like, the jump in quality is the same. And I think it's partially because of how, like, I don't know, willing they are to, like, diversify and jump and overhaul systems. Like, without them doing that, you would never have the job system that you see in modern Final Fantasy, which is crazy. And I think, because I play a decent amount of games, right, from multiple different developers, and up until I started doing this series, Square Enix has been like this, man. They flew, not like in terms of rating or anything, but they've flown so far under my radar for so long. It's kind of insane. Because, like, everyone knows that big publishers, right? My favorite game of all time is Skyrim. I think I've mentioned that before. And Bethesda is a big publisher, right? We're just using this as an example. I love Bethesda, right? And I'm not a glazer. I usually, depending on the game studio, I usually don't say too much bad stuff about them unless they do something that's just obviously, like, bad, right? I'm pro good things, anti bad things. And it's like, I don't know if it because, like, what I talked about earlier, where I'm afraid to jump into new series because they're very, like, daunting to me, especially, like, series that I've never, like, touched or even looked at. But I've just never, like, touched Final Fantasy, and I'm assuming it's because of that reason. But it's also weird. I don't know. I can't even describe it. You're probably as confused as me right now. There's no real way to explain why I haven't touched this series for so long. But now that I've actually gotten into it, bro, I'm hooked. I play Magic the Gathering, and I mean, I bought, like, a Cloud Precon for Commander to play against my friends, man. Like, it's insane. I'm starting to run out of resources too, but it's okay. She still has around 100 MP. We are so close now. Oh, it's just this stupid little guy. Everyone jump him. Look at him. This is adds on to my point about enemy design, though. They took something like a Toad, and I don't even know. He looks like that one, like, toxic electric Pokemon. I pulled one of those cards a while ago. Like, back when I played Pokemon. I want to be a while ago. I mean, years ago. Okay, so what is this? Right here, please. Thank ya. Oh my goodness. I thought it like automatically initiated the boss fight. I gotta deal with some more of these guys. Maybe the spells do scale a little bit, because I feel like I haven't done that many encounters, and she's already to cure level 3. So maybe depending on the enemy, it does go crazy a little bit. But we shall find out. So far, that is one of my favorite parts about this game, though, is the fact that the, like, animation changes. It mask. Brother, huh? Okay, it's okay. We have a healer now, so I'm not too worried about it. They're both almost out of MP, though. How much health do these guys have? Obviously, a lot. That's kind of insane. I just encountered one of these guys before this fight, and he died in, like, one rotation. Yeah. Oh, this fight is a perfect example of something that I just now thought about. One of my biggest gripes so far about this game is that some of these, like, they have meaningful fights, right? Because I don't want to dog on the game, because I do really love it. But some of these boss fights, or like end of dungeon encounters, they don't really feel meaningful. And maybe it's because most of the dungeons in the first game all had fiends and stuff. But they just have, like, this in particular. Like, look. It happened with the last, like, one of the last ones too, where I just fought a random chimera. But 4 bighorns for a boss fight is... It just doesn't make that much sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. Heal. Yeah. I love having a designated healer. But it doesn't have an impact. I feel nothing about killing bighorns, right? Like, I think I covered this in the last game about tedious encounters where they had a ton of, with just a ton of enemies for no reason. There's no, like, yes, like, ecstatic feeling of joy whenever I beat 4 bighorns, because it's just not. Of course I feel nothing, dude. There's really just nothing to enjoy killing these. One, I don't, like I said earlier, I don't have an enemy to target. There's not, like, one particular guy that I need to take down first. But 2, it just doesn't drive home. Like, when I defeat this fight, I'm gonna get the black mask. And then that's gonna be it. I'm gonna take it back to the other place. No hate, though. No hate. It's not that big of a deal. I just randomly thought about it because it's kind of a... Not kind of. It's only a little bit of a, like, a small bummer. The boss fights that they have had so far, though, they've been pretty hit. Like that badass, like, beast that we had to fight. The behemoth. That was badass. But I am thinking about it a little bit. Right, there's not a ton there. Maybe I'm just brainless, right? No, there's definitely been a solid amount of boss fights. I don't know. I just feel like they haven't had as big of an impact on me as I would have liked. Black mask. Nice. Okay, now where do I go? I think the island, right? Or the cave next to the thing? Oh my goodness. It's whatever. Okay. First, I think I'm gonna go back to Mysidia. And I'm gonna talk to some people. Just to see, like, get a gist of what I'm supposed to do. But I also really need to heal up and, like, actually make sure I get like a restock and everything. Because one of my main and biggest issues is that I really have like no idea when I'm supposed to, or not no idea. I just refuse to like sit down in an area and like recuperate everything. This is so annoying. Oh my god. Fuck poison. Jesus. Ridiculous. Oh my, it's every step too, so it speeds up if you run. We need to go buy an antidote now, and I'm gonna buy a bunch of those just in case it happens again. Where is it? Just in case. And then now we're just gonna buy a ton of antidotes for everything, just in case like I ever have to deal with this again. Okay, 4 Phoenix Downs is fine. Yeah, I don't think I need anything else. Antidote, please, please save me. Where's it at? There it is. Cure them. Oh my goodness. It does less damage, but it's like more invasive now. It's not, I don't know, it's just frustrating. Ooh, especially since I'm not a baller anymore, man. I just used all my money. Okay, we're gonna go back down to the goddess. I don't know what this did, but I have the black mask now. And nobody is... Wait, I haven't talked to anybody. Let me see if they say anything different. You say the same thing. You said the same thing. Okay. Then I'm just gonna go over back to the cave. Because if they have nothing else to say, and I can't place anything else on the goddess... Man, I hope that wasn't like a permanent buff. Like whichever mask you placed on her, like, buffs like a certain magic. Because, dude, that would be so heartbreaking. That would be really bad. Okay. Down to this guy. The doppelganger is motionless. The purity of Mega Man's heart is stifling the defiled heart of the creature. You place the black mask on the doppelganger. Mask and the creature vanish. Oh. We're so in. Cave of Mysidia. See, this is one of those moments. I don't care what I said. Oh, encounters would be off. Because this isn't... I don't want to say it's not fun. But it's not. It's not fun, brother. And I don't want to sound like a crybaby, because I am having, like, fun. But... They couldn't have done, like, a puzzle here? Flame Lance? Nobody uses a lance in my party, unfortunately. Oh. Pointless door after pointless door. Please. Please. Oh my goodness. I just went through every single door. This is the last one. I disagree with that. Okay. Let there be encounters. I went the wrong way anyways. I'm attacking this guy first. I know what I said before, but he scares me. I don't like that. Marlboro. Of course there's going to be continuity from game to game, because I do recognize a lot of these guys. She's my main damage. I'm gonna protect them in order of how much damage they do. Yeah, he's definitely like the boss of this encounter. I hope none of them do status effects. Oh, the parasite does. I know the parasite does. That's really annoying. It is fine. We will just use... this to cure her. It missed. Ooh, thank goodness. If that would have swapped my MP, golly, there would have been nothing for me to do. That would have made me so upset. I would have had to go all the way back. Because I cannot fight without her. I probably should have bought some, like, ether. Just for MP, just in case something like that did happen. Thank goodness. Yeah, like, there's some enemies I don't mind. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. This is from Origins. I remember this from Origins too. This is the one franchise where I feel like there's certain enemies that are like nobodies, but they have like a very, very, like, they're very memorable, right? Like, what's the one? Oh, I forget his name. But there's a character, I think it's Tauntaun, that has like the chef's knife, master knife, whatever it's called, where he one-taps you. Oh my god. But all that to say, every, like, even like minor characters in this game are very memorable, which is one thing that I think they do extremely well. Staff. Nice. Did we use the staff that fight on accident? Maybe. Oh no. Okay, please, please. I can't even go through there? What? How do I even get in here then? Oh, dude, I was right there. I'm gonna have to go around now. Ambushed by 5 brains. Interesting. Please, 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 please. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wait, 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 wait. Thank goodness. That was terrifying. I saw my life flash before my eyes. Anything but swap her. Kill my whole team. We got Phoenix Downs. But don't take away my main damage dealer's MP, man. I couldn't deal with that. Literally the only reason we're using this right now is so she can level it up. And I should probably be using it on Hauser, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta pay attention to the health more. There's just so many numbers down there now, as compared to the first game. Oh, I also saw, I know it probably varies, depending on which platform you're playing it on. But I saw one where they had a cool ass font, man. It was like a nice, like, not Times New Roman, but like fantasy font. That was badass. And I kind of like that font a bit more. Thematically. Oh, money bags. Obtain 100,000 gil. Oh, in total. But I do think that they made a good design choice, because I do think that this font fits a lot better. Something that just occurred to me that fight as well, that I never noticed, that I noticed in other JRPGs. Which, is Pokemon a JRPG? I think it's considered probably, to some extent. But there's certain times where enemies will go first, but I don't know why. So I do wish speed, or attack speed, or whatever it would be a bit more emphasized in this game, because there's some fights where I just don't know, like, who's going to go first. And maybe the RNG is a part of it, and maybe it's based on the attack, maybe it's something I'm missing, but that would add more like strategy to the game, because I would know, like, for example, I would know when somebody was about to attack me, or like attack one of my characters, and I could like preemptively like defend them before they attack, right? And then maybe not as far as like targeting, like I would know who he's gonna target, but I can make like an educated guess on who he's gonna target. And like if I have a character that's really low and I'm like, oh, I don't want them to die, maybe I should cure them. But I mean, I end up doing that anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. No more encounters. Jesus. What the hell? What is this absurdness? This is some of the stuff I mean though, right? Like with some of the boss encounters. This isn't even a boss encounter, but this is a great example. You can't just throw 4 super strong enemies into a fight and then have me be like, yep, perfectly balanced. It just doesn't work that way. Because yeah, it's hard. But this is just overtuned now. Like, there's no way I'm gonna win this. I don't even know what to do. Paralyzed again? Yeah. That makes me salty, I'm not gonna lie. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I don't know. Oh, I'm so salty. That made me so upset. Not really. Not like on a personal level, but Jesus, that's annoying. So whatever. Let's see. What's in here? Auction. It's gonna be this one, isn't it? Brother. Oh, it's okay. This will be fine. Oh my, I can't even stop thinking about that. What was I even supposed to do? There was no way to beat those guys. 4 Marlboros. That's why you shouldn't smoke cigarettes, dude. Oh my goodness. Stun 16. Buddy's out for the round. I really hope the final fight isn't like 4 Marlboros like that. That's gonna actually take me a while to do. You just have to get lucky and hope they don't paralyze you and hope they miss. You can raise evasion. That's probably the strat. A drain tome. Wait, that's actually good. Please tell me that's black and not white. Yes. I'm gonna start using that when I can then. Very obvious bait loot. Or... what the... okay. There's a secret door somewhere, man. I know there is. Come on. Somewhere in here. There we go. Dude, I'd be so upset if it was like all monsters. Mini. Mini? What does that mean?
It flips mini when using banner.
What's mini? Did I teach her the drain tome? No, but I will teach her the mini tome. Okay, I think this is probably gonna be the final area of the dungeon. Drain? Osmos. Crystal Rod! Okay. Items. We got a ton of tomes this episode. Jesus. Absorbs MP. Let's go. Never again will she run out of MP. Wait. And she's teleport, right? Sayonara. How much HP does he use? Oh, wow. I see. That's alright. Because she also has Cure. Heal everybody up. Man. Gives me flashbacks to Final Fantasy 1 doing that. Okay. Now we should be able to head to the Mysidian Tower and break the ward on it with the Crystal Rod. Oh. Whoa. What is that? Something coming out of the water, or am I getting sucked into it? Whoa. Where are we? Layla. Layla's missing. Leviathan 1F? Am I inside of a creature right now? Is that what just happened? Interesting. Well, I think that that's a perfect place to leave this episode off. Man. It's just, so much happens every single episode. This game is always like action-packed. So we discovered an ancient passageway in the castle. We got the white mask, traveled to Mysidia, put a white mask on the goddess, discovered a tropical island, got the crystal rod. We'll say that we broke the ward on the Mysidian Tower because we basically have the crystal rod, but we didn't fully make it there because we got swallowed by a Leviathan. So I would say that that's a pretty eventful episode. Anyways, if you like this, I would appreciate if you subscribed and liked. It would help me out a lot. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.